It's the one thing I can't resent my mother for, I suppose. Choosing this place to have a family. Not that she was much of a parent. I mostly raised myself, and then I raised my brother, Chet. Which is how I know love can only go so far. Love doesn't put food on the table. Love doesn't pay the rent or the creditors who come banging at the door. A baby needs so much more than love. People say I married Paul for the money, but that's just not true. I married him because I love him. And I love him for all the things he provides. A mortgage-free roof over my head and a belly stuffed with nutritious organic food. Health insurance and car insurance and cell phone and internet. The freedom of never having to choose between going cold or going hungry again. A life that is safe and stable and secure. And really, when you think about it, isn't security just another word for love? 2. The town of Lake Crosby isn't much, just 3 square blocks and some change. But it's the only town in the southern Appalachians perched at the edge of the water, which makes it a popular tourist spot. Paul's office is at the far end of the first block, tucked between a fudge shop and Stewart's Craft Cocktails, which, as far as I can tell, is just another way to say pretentious bar. Most of the businesses here are pretentious farm-to-table restaurants and specialty boutiques, selling all things overpriced and unnecessary. For people like Paul, town is a place to socialize and make money. In his case, by selling custom house designs for the $1,000,000 lots that sit high in the hills or line the lake shores. My old friends serve his drinks and wait his tables, but only the lucky ones. There are 10 times more locals than there are jobs. The covered terrace for the cocktail lounge is quiet, a result of the off-season and the incoming weather. The sign on the door is still flipped to closed. I'm passing the empty hostess stand when I notice movement at the very back, a tattered shadow peeling away from the wall. Jax, the town loon, the crazy old man who lives in the woods. Most people turn away from him, either out of pity or fear, but not me. For some reason I can't put into words, I've never been afraid to look him straight on. He takes a couple of halting steps, like he doesn't want to be seen, and he probably doesn't. Jax is like a deer you come up on in a meadow. One blink and he's gone. But this time he doesn't run. His gaze flicks around, searching the street behind me. "Where's Paul?" A statement, not a question. Slowly, so not to spook him, I point to the sleek double doors on the next building, golden lights spilling out the windows of Keller architecture. "Did you check inside?" Jax shakes his head. "I need to talk to him. It's important." Like every time he emerges from out of the woods, curiosity bubbles in my chest. Once upon a time, Jax had everything going for him. High school prom king and star quarterback, the golden boy with a golden future, and one of Paul's 2 best friends. Their picture still sits atop his desk in the study. Paul and Jax and Micah, all tan chests and straightened smiles, 3 teenage boys with the world at their feet. Now he's Batty Jax, the raggedy, bearded boogeyman parents use as a warning. Do your homework, stay out of trouble, and don't end up like Jax. He clings to the murky back of the terrace, sticking to the shaded spots where it's too dark for me to make out much more than a halo of matted hair, the jutting edges of an oversized jacket, long, lean thighs. His face is dark, too, the combination of a life outdoors and dirt. "Do you want me to give Paul a message? Or if you stay right there, I can send him out. I know he'll want to see you." Actually, I don't know. I only assume. Jax is the source of a slew of rumors and petty gossip, but for Paul, he's a painful subject, one he doesn't like to talk about. As far as I know, the 2 haven't spoken since high school graduation. Not an easy thing to do in a town where everybody knows everybody. Jax glances up the street in the direction of far-off voices floating on the icy wind. I don't follow his gaze, but I can tell from the way his body turns skittish that someone is coming this way, moving closer. "Do you need anything? Some money?"